Hello everybody, today I am here to do another Q&A. I have done several of these in the past. You can see them down below if you want to, but yeah, you guys asked me questions, now I'm going to give you some answers. I didn't categorize these because, yeah, anyway, let's begin. If you could choose any book to be adapted into a movie, what book would you choose? And which actors or actresses would you pick for the main characters? Which book I would pick? I've said before, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. I think they're making that, but it's who knows now. Actors or actresses, I don't know. I'm not really good with that kind of stuff. As much movies as I watch, I'm still not like have a favorite in it. If they can incorporate Tom Hanks into it somehow, awesome, because I love Tom Hanks. I don't know how that would work, but whatever. Yeah. What made you start this channel? How long do you plan on doing videos on books? What made me start this channel was just because I've been an avid reader since I was young, and I haven't really had anybody to talk about it with, and so I found BookTube, and I was like, I could connect and talk to a lot of people about books through this, and that's why I started it, and I plan to make videos as long as I can, and as long as you guys watch them. There you go. Are you a coffee or a tea drinker? I'm gonna have to say neither, really. Like, I occasionally drink coffee, and I occasionally drink tea. Coffee, I like the sweet kind of stuff because that's me, as well as tea. I like it with sugar. I'm a southern type of girl. I like sweet tea. I'm more of a Dr. Pepper. That's the one drink I can't quit no matter what. I just love Dr. Pepper. Don't know why. How long have you and your husband been married, and how did we meet? We met at church. We've been married for, oh crap. What year did we get married? So we're on our 8th or 7th or 8th? I'm horrible right now. Over the day that we got married. Whatever, love you. Are there any books, authors, genres that you refuse to ever read no matter what? Authors, no. Genres of books, I will probably never read horror books because I don't like scary stuff and I never will read it. So I'm going to say that. That's my only kind of thing. I won't read any horror books. What is your favorite cover of all time? I have so many favorite covers. I think my favorite is the most simplistic, really. I think Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell. I just love the simplicity of this. Like, I would love to have a poster of this. I just like how simple it is and just really nice. I got like the headphones with the and I just really love this one. A little bit more fancy one. I do really love Across the Universe by Beth Revis. I mean, look at how beautiful that cover is. Don't make me talk about the cover change because I could go on for hours about that one, and you know that. Reading a book, does it matter to you if you like the main character? Do you feel that admiring the main character or their actions makes the book better? Who are your favorite unlikable main characters? Yes, it matters to me if I like the main character because I'm reading the book because of really the main character. Yes, because of the plot, but I'm following this one person. I want to like what they're doing. I want to understand their actions, feel their pain, embrace in their happiness. So it's kind of not so great when you don't like a main character because you're just like, you're just crazy. Some of my unlikable main characters, I've talked about several times. America from the Selection Trilogy, I just really didn't like her. I liked her in the first book. 2 books, I really felt that she was just very wishy-washy, kind of couldn't make up her mind, very annoying. That's the one that mainly stands out for me of unlikable main characters, I will say. So I'm going to say her. I can't think of any other ones there's none that are jumping out to me right now. How long have you been on YouTube? I think I'm going on my 4th or 5th year. As you can tell, I'm bad at memory stuff and I'm bad at math, so learning stuff about me today. Which number of books do you find is too many for a single series? I think a good point for cutting off, in my personal opinion, is 4 or 5. I think I felt like I've got enough of the book. I do like trilogies. I'm somewhat sad after the end, so I think if I had a 4th or 5th book, I would be really satisfied. Now there are books like Harry Potter that have 7 that I feel like that's not enough. Then I'm like, we hit 7 books, that's plenty. So the books that I have over 10, looking at you pretty little liars, I feel like I'm like, that's a little bit too much. If you were forced to eat a book, what would it be? Now I'm gonna interpret this as eating if I had no food left and I had to eat a book. So it's what book would you throw in the fire? That's how I'm interpreting this question. So I'm gonna say Breaking Dawn by Stephanie Meyer. You guys know, I love the Twilight series. I'll admit it, but I hate the 4th one. Can't stand it. My #1 most disliked book ever. Just gonna say that. How much do you spend on books monthly? Good question. Well, Since I've talked about this before, my husband and I are going through this financial peace class where we're really using all of our extra money to debt and stuff like that and to save it. So I really don't have any money, honestly, to spend on books. So I'm lucky enough to get NetGalley copies. I will buy a couple that if like they're $2 or less than $5 on ebooks, I will get them that. But luckily enough, I like earn money through doing like surveys. I have like apps like Ibotta where you buy groceries and you can get redemption on them where you save money. So I just save up all that money and like transfer them to Amazon gift cards, and then I get my books that way. So technically I'm not spending anything. I'm just kind of working a good system. I really like my system. If you guys want a video about how I save money, like doing groceries, doing books, all that kind of stuff, let me know. I'd love to do that for you. Will you encourage your kid to read YA books? Most definitely. I hope he reads as much as he can. Even my husband says, I really hope he reads as much as you do. And I think with that, I'm just going to incorporate reading in his life no matter what. Like, he's starting out. I read him a book every day, at least one book a day. So I just want to keep that up, even go the momentum, just past like 5, whatever. I just really hope he likes to read. Recommendation for contemporaries. I have a whole video talking about my favorite contemporary books, so you can check it out right here. And there you go. So hopefully that'll help. When your beautiful son turns 11, thank you. Will you let him read Harry Potter? Yes, most definitely. Me and my husband have talked about this. I'm like, is that okay? Because as soon as he's 11, I want him to go. And he's like, yeah, definitely. So as soon as he turns 11, I will be like, let's read Harry Potter. I'll read it with you. You can read it by yourself. We can read it as family. Whatever, let's just read it. And I hope he likes it as much as I do. I really do. Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? I hopefully still be doing YouTube. You never know, because in 10 years, I'll be 36. And I hope to have one more child. That's it for me, I think. And hopefully I will be living in my forever home. Me and Matt hopefully plan to purchase a house that we plan to like stay until we die. So that's where I see myself in 10 years and still being a photographer, honestly. How did you start getting so many books for review? Honestly, this happened about 1.5 years ago, I think, and I've always wanted to reach out to publishing companies to be like, hey, can I review this book for you? But I've always been very timid about that because I didn't want to seem like I was begging. But then I think Penguin was the first one to reach out to me, and I thought, hey, these people actually really do want to hear my opinion on these books. So I started emailing publishers asking for specific books. Then I started emailing publishers, hey, just let you know I'm a reviewer. I would love to read any YA books you would send my way. And I've gotten a great response over it. I think the reason why is because I really tried to read the review books they send me. I try not to. Now, when I first got started, I was like, I'll take any and every book. But now I'm much more, what's the right word, sensitive or strict about the books I will read. Not every time, like I try to do a review video, I always send them the links to the publishers, tag them on Twitter, do it on Instagram. So I try to always include the publisher because they took their time sending me a book. I should at least take the time to read it and let them know what I thought of it. The appropriate answer is how did I get so many? I just got really good contact with publishers, honestly. I just tried to develop a good relationship with them. Did I ever finish Parenthood? Yes, I did. Holy sob fest. The last 10 minutes of the last episode, cried the whole time. In fact, if you want a show that'll make you sob, watch Parenthood because there's so many sad things about that show. It's so amazing, but it's so sad. And I'm not surprised I loved it because it was made by the same guys who made Friday Night Lights, which is another amazing show. But yeah, I strongly recommend you watch Parenthood. But have lots of tissues and lots of ice cream because you'll be sad. That's all. How do you choose books to buy and which ones to check out from the library? Oh, good question. Now I'm so really strict on what I buy because I don't have the money to like be like, that book looks kind of interesting, I'm gonna buy it. Now I try to only buy books from authors I love and stuff like that. And if I'm somewhat interested in a book, but I'm not like sure I'm gonna love it, that's definitely a library book for me. And if it turns out like if I get it from the library, I love it, then I put it on my list of like to buy a physical copy. And the last question is, how have you managed reading and motherhood at the same time? Good question. I will let you know when I overcome that. Honestly, it's really a struggle. Like some weeks I'm like amazing at reading. I surprise myself. And then some weeks I'm like, this week I'm kind of one of those weeks. And I think it's because I read like 7 books last month and I was like, who is this girl? What am I doing? But honestly, the books I read were like authors that I loved and like books I was genuinely excited for. This month there's a lot to read on my to-read list that I really want to read, but I don't own them yet, so I don't have the money to buy them yet, so I'm kind of in a a slump right now, which I hated because I was like, I'm gonna keep on this reading high. But how do I manage it? I just honestly, whenever I have free time to read, I read. But it's hard because as a mom, like, I take care of him. He's up a lot now. When he goes to sleep, I'm like, should I film? Should I clean? Should I edit? Or should I read? And it's kind of like those four things. Like, it's either like one day I'm like, I'm gonna focus on cleaning, the other day I'll focus on filming, the other day I'll focus on editing, the other day I'll focus on, I have a lot of errands to do, the other day I'll be like, I'm reading. And then reading sometimes will get pushed to the side because I have something more important to do, but reading is still important. So I'm still getting through that dynamic. Honestly, the most time I read is when I'm putting him to sleep, because I usually read on my phone, but now the books I need to read are physical copies, so I'll probably read them. I try to read for at least 30 minutes after he goes to bed for the night, so yeah, I'm still struggling with that. I think every mother does, especially for the first year of their baby's life, so it's hard, but it's still good. I'm still happy with my reading progress this year, so thumbs up. Those are all the questions you guys asked. As always, please leave future questions down below that I can grab from, and I will do a future Q&A, and yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Bye. That was the weirdest wave ever, whatever. So I really had high hopes for the second one, and I didn't really like it a lot. I felt like it could have been a novella almost. Not a lot happened in it. It's significantly shorter than the other one, and